The DogCastTV Guide is a series created in collaboration with DogCastTV and the Dog Breed Guide to help you get practical advice and help if you are novice dog owners, but it can also provide many useful information for the more experienced owners as well. It is important to emphasize that the themes are not strictly built on each other. We do not consider it necessary to rank them, as we believe that they are all nearly equal and form a system as a whole. In Part 1, we will cover the topic of how to walk your dog and why it is necessary. The first part of the series discusses a topic that usually causes a lot of controversies among dog owners, and this is the walk, or walking your dog. Walking for dogs is not simply an exercise, but a recreation that all of them enjoy and need. Not to mention that this is the only legal way for dogs living in an apartment to get rid of their, in quotes, waste without shame. As on a normal day, time passes by, most dogs become more and more charged with energies, which is just as necessary to release, like other substances. Here we have also reached a point that is still difficult for many dog owners to understand. Many people believe that only dogs kept in apartments needed to be walked. In their opinion, the dogs who live in the garden are running enough by their own initiative in the backyard. In our experience, dogs usually like to rest in the garden at points that provide good insight for everything what is happening around, or in the shadow on sunny days. So, in general, they need the physical and mental stimulation that are provided by walking too. The walk not only drains the accumulated energies, but is a recreation for our dogs, full of experiences, even if for us, it doesn't seem to be a worthy event to sniff a bunch of grass, or the wind, or the lucky part of another dog. Of course, the question arises, what to use for walking your dog? The equipment requirements for dog walking are not significant. All you need is an appropriate collar and leash. Dog shoes, dog jogging and dog raincoats and other fancy items are not needed, they can stay on store shelves. While some of you may disagree with our opinion, we find the use of dog harnesses for walking to be unprofessional and disadvantageous. In our view, the harness is a tool which was found out and invented for specific tasks, the primary purpose of which is, and was to make the animal fit for as much pulling effort as possible without any injuries. That's why sled and weight pulling dogs work in harnesses, and for guide dogs, the harness ensures that they can help their owners with firm guidance. The harness is unsuitable for ordinary walking. It allows the dog to stretch the leash with the greatest force and control. It also deprives the owner of the opportunity to communicate with the help of the leash directly. Unless you have a special health reason for it, feel free to attach a collar to your dog's neck, it won't hurt. From soft textiles through leather to signaling chains, there is a wide selection of them. The supply is also huge for leashes. Special training leashes for a smooth walk are not necessary. However, flexi leashes of various lengths are particularly suitable, mainly if your dog is small or middle-sized. These ingenious devices contain 5 to 8 meters of leash, which can be released freely after the moving dog, thus providing a slightly wider movement for dogs. Its use must also be learned, because many tend to grab and hold the running line with his free hand. This can cause a wound that is difficult to heal. Also, it's always worth watching out and being alert, as a large-bodied dog can unexpectedly lay you down with one sudden pull if you are unexperienced at any time. Another important question, when to walk our dogs and at what age shall we start? In our conviction, you should start walking your dog walk as soon as the puppy has all the necessary vaccinations. The sooner we start, the better and easier it gets. The optimal time for a walk should be adapted to everyone's own circumstances and lifestyle. A dog kept in an apartment must be taken at least twice, before departure in the morning and after arriving home. Then, a short release walk late at night is recommended. The garden dog can also be walked twice, but a once-a-day schedule is also appropriate, as they can do their relief things at least at any time of the day. Of course, a young Malinois owner who has an energy-stricken adolescent is also doing himself a favor by taking the time to walk his dog several times daily, while, for a dog mastiff owner, it is enough to shovel up and take out his giant dog once a day. And how to walk your dog. Walking on a leash is preceded by getting your dog used to the collar and leash. Let's initially give the puppy a light fabric or textile collar, praise it, and then distract him from the thing. He'll find it strange a little at first, but after a few minutes he usually forgets about it and gets used to it soon. During the first walks, many puppies are embarrassed to pull the leash. In a case like this, distract him with a toy or something he likes very much, lure him on a loose leash and encourage the dog to move on. Don't rag him or start dragging or pulling him, because it can scare the dog and by no means stop comforting his behavior. It is a common misconception that walking by leash is enough to satisfy a dog's need for movement. In some cases, this is true, but it has been proven that the average dog running freely around its owner moves 5 to 6 times as much as the owner. So the most suitable place to move is a spacious but safe area, or a dog running place, where our dog can move freely. Short summary. Walking is a practical activity that allows us to take our dog from our home to a place where he can then run freely. If you only have the opportunity for a quick leash walk, still take at least 25 to 35 minutes for it, as this is one of the highlights of your dog's day. Finally, please don't forget to subscribe and make sure you hit the subscribe button below and click on the bell. Share the video if you liked it. Thank you very much for your attention.